Hello, good morning students. Okay. Uh, Yesterday at last moments we discussed about playing cards. Okay. We again revise it before going to related to playing cards probability. Okay. Now you know 52 cards are total. Okay. Out of this they are divided into two colors, black and red. So 26 black color and 26 red color. Okay, so these are labeled at color. Now each color is again divided into two suit. Okay, so in black there are two suits, spade and club. Same way in red color again two suits, diamond and heart. Okay, so you just remember there are four suits. Okay, name of four suit. Under black color which two are and under red color which two are. If you forget that one, that is not problem. Okay, you just remember these are suit. Okay, spade, club, diamond and heart, each having 13 cards. Okay, so 13 fours are 52. Okay, so you just identify whether they are talking about color or they are talking about suit. Okay, that is important. If nothing is clear, then they are talking about total cards, no particular color, no particular suit. Now each suit having 13 cards, so in all suit they are equal. Okay, so I have not written four times, just once. In each suit there are first 10 are non-face card, means no picture is drawn on the card of any suit. So first one is not known by number, it is S, S. Okay, then 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so first 10 card in each suit are non-face or non-picture cards. Now remaining 3 are face card or picture cards. They are Jack, Queen and King. Okay, so face or picture of Jack, Queen and King are drawn on the card. Okay, so you have to remember this way. Division of first of all cards into two color, then each color having two suits, so total four suits. In each suit there are 13 card, first 10 are non-face card and last 3 are face card. Now most of questions are asked related to Ace, Jack, Queen and King, not about number. But you remember or understand all things thoroughly. Okay, so for we, particularly for question oriented preparation, Ace, Jack, Queen and King, these four words are very important. Okay, so now I hope you understand well the division and system of these 52 cards. Now we go to question related to this one. Okay, playing cards. Okay, we are talking about lesson number 15, probability. Question is given here. One card is drawn from a well shuffled pack of 52 cards. Okay, that pack should be well shuffled. Well shuffled means we cannot predict anything from pack. Okay, now find the probability of getting a card off. Okay, so now they are talking about particular cards. So we have to first of all understand question and then determine how many cards are there, means how many favorable outcomes are there. Okay, and total number of outcomes in this section or this topic will be 52. Okay, so denominator of our today's topic will be fixed and that is 52 only. Now first question is black color. So probability of the event black color is asked. Okay, so randomly selected card should be of black color. So we just discussed that whole pack of 52 cards is divided into two colors, black color and red color. So now they are talking about black color. So look at solution. Total number of outcomes n equal to 52. Okay, that we have to write at initial step before starting any particular question. Okay, so total number of outcome n, we always suppose this as a m and favorable outcome as a m. Okay, so that is fixed. Now let A be the event that card is of black color. Okay, full description I have shown here on the screen. And number of favorable outcomes, M equal to 26. Why 26? You know. So P of A becomes M by N. So 26 upon 52. Okay, so 1 by 2. So that is our probability. Okay, again I remind you, in simplest fraction only answer is expected in probability. Okay, so that is first one. Now look at second one, a face card. Only face card is written, nothing is clear, not specified any color, not specified any suit. Okay, so we have to consider all cards of the pack. So total face cards are 12. Why? Because in each suit there are 3 face cards. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Why? Jack, Queen and King. Okay, so 3 fours are 12 cards are total. So okay, so now onwards in all question I just written answer and required numbers only. Okay, supposition steps is overcome and remaining statements are also removed. Okay, not included here. Okay, that is hint only. You have to write according to first question only in all sub questions. Okay, so now M equal to 12. Why? Total 12 face cards are there. 3 fours are 12. In each suit 3 3 3. Okay, Jack, Queen, King. So P of B becomes 12 upon 52. So 3 upon 30. Okay, they are cancelled or divided by 4. Now look at number 3. Non-face card. So actually that is the complementary event of second one. Third question is nothing but a complementary event of second event. Okay, so that way also you can find. Otherwise I have written here independently M equal to 40. Why? We just discuss first 10 cards in each suit are non-face cards. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, 10 fours are 40 cards are non-face card. Okay, so P of C become 40 upon 52. Again cancelled or divided by 4. So 4 tens and 4 13s are 52. So 10 by 13 is our answer. Otherwise, I have written in bracket P of C is a complementary event of P of B. So 1 minus 3 upon 13. Why? Because we already discussed in earlier session that probability of any event plus probability of any complementary event is equal to 1. Okay, so I subtracted here 1 minus 3 by 30. Okay. Anyway, you can get answer. Now number 4, ace of red color. Here color is specified, suit is not. Okay, so in red color again 2 suits are there. And in each suit there are 1 ace. So total 2 ace we are having. So number 4. Okay, again look at question. Ace of red color number 4. So M equal to 2. Why? Because in red color there are 2 suit, diamond and heart. In diamond 1 S and in heart again 1 S. So total 2 S. So M equal to 2. So P of D become 2 upon 52. So 1 by 26 is our answer. Now look at number 5. King of spade. Now suit is specified here. Particular suit is specified. Okay, spade. So you know in any suit there are 13 cards. So spade is a suit. So there are 13 cards. Now out of this they are asking about king only. Okay, so in pack of all 52 cards there are only one king of spade, not more than one. Why? Because they are asking about king of particular suit. So in spade suit or any suit one king is there. So number of favorable outcome in number 5 become 1. So in solution of question number 5 M equal to 1. Okay, and P of E equal to 1 by 52. Now number 6, a diamond card. Only they specified suit only, not particular card. So whole suit is here favorable. Okay, so all 13 cards become favorable outcomes. Okay, Why? Because they are not talking about any particular card, but whole suit is expected here. So diamond card. So in number 6, M equal to 13, whether it is diamond, heart, spade or club. Okay, total 13 cards in there, so M equal to 13. So P of B F become 13 upon 52. 13 fours are 52. So 1 by 4. Number 7, face card of club. We already attempt one question number 2 of face card only. In here face card of club only. Okay, so in a club or any particular suit, club is a suit, so any suit only 3 face card are there. So in question number 7, M equal to 3. Why? Only 3 face card in each suit. So M equal to 3, P of J become 3 upon 50. Number 8, queen card. Okay, only queen card written, no color, no suit is specified, so all queens are expected. So total 4 queens in a pack of 52 cards. Okay, in each suit there is a 1 queen card, so in each solution M becomes 4. So M equal to 4. So P of S becomes 4 upon 52. So 1 by 30. Okay, that is, you understand carefully whether they specified any particular suit or color or not. If nothing is specified, then you count whole set. Okay, out of this, how many queens are there? If they have asked queen of red color, then there might be 2 cards only. If they ask queen of diamond only, so there is 1 card only. But here nothing is specified, the total 4 cards of queens are counted. Okay, now number 9, black non-face card. We already counted question number 3. So we solved question number 3, non-face card, but here something is specified, black non-face card. So in each suit there is a 10 non-face card, but black having 2 suit again, spade and club, spade and club. So each suit having 10 cards, so total 20 black color non-face card. So in number 9, M equal to 20. Again repeating it, total 40 non-face cards, total 40 non-face card, but in question it is specified black color only, so 20 non-face cards only. Okay, in question number 3 there are 40 taken. Why? For question number 3 only non-face card is written, here black non-face card is written, so it becomes half. So M equal to 20, so P of I become 20 upon 52, 5 upon 30. Now last one, question number 10, non-S card, not non-face card, S card. So they expecting card without S. Any card is favorable but not S. Okay, so here we count indirectly. Here we count indirectly. Why? Because total 4 S cards are there. 4. If you remove this 4 card, then remaining 48 cards will be non-S cards. Okay, understand first of all that word non-S card means cards should not be of S. Okay, and they are not talking about particular color or suit, so all non-S cards should be counted. So we counted all non-S card means 4 S cards are removed from the pack, means they are subtracted. So 52 minus 4 left is 48. So P of J become 48 upon 52. So they are cut by 4. So 4 into 12 and 4 into 30. So answer become 12 upon 30. Now that is the topic related to playing cards. Our next topic that is mostly asked in objective question. okay, and sometimes in 2 marks question also. Okay, in probability mostly objective question as well as long question both are important, because uh, two objectives are asked and one 2 marks question is asked. Okay, so any question is asked for both ones. Okay, in long question you have to give description, in objective only answer is given. So now look at this formula, P of A plus P of A bar equal to 1. So what is the meaning of this formula? So probability of any event and probability of its complementary event, both total is always 1. We already use this formula in many questions. Okay, so this is now uh, one formula in symbolic form. Statement is probability of any event plus probability of events complementary event is equal to 1. Now suppose you are asked to find P of A is given 0.65 and you are asked to find P of A bar. Otherwise in reverse order also it can be asked. If you are given P of A bar, then you can find P of A. Here P of A given, you can find P of A bar. So P of A plus P of A bar equal to 1. So 0.65 means value of P of A is placed there. So P of A bar will be 1 minus P of A. Okay, you just remember this way only. If one value is given, then you subtract it from 1. If any one value is given, then just subtract that value from 1. Okay, so you will get another value. If complementary given, you can find value of that event. If event's value is given, then you can find value of complementary event. This is 1 minus 0.65, so it becomes 0.35. Many students make mistake here. How to subtract 1 minus 0.65? Okay, I have written here with red pen. 1.00 minus 0.65, so it becomes 0.35. How you can observe there? Okay, earlier also in earlier lesson we have discussed that if one is a fraction, then another should be fraction in addition and subtraction. If one should be in decimal form, then another should be in decimal form. Now look at number 2. P of A bar equal to 2 by 5, then find P of A. Now value of probability given in fraction form. Okay, but it is same question just like first one. Okay, so again P of A plus P of A bar equal to 1. So P of A plus 2 by 5, value of P of A bar is placed there. So P of A becomes 1 minus 2 by 5. So again same rule is applied here. If 1 is fraction, then make integer also in fraction form, just like previous one. In previous one we converted integer into decimal form, 1 into decimal form. Here we converted 1 into fraction form. So 1 minus 2 by 5, so cross multiply there. Okay, means LCM is taken. So answer is 5 1 are 5 minus 2 1 are 2. So 5 minus 2 3. So 3 upon 5. Okay, you can count one step is less there. Okay, you can do rough work for that. Now in third one, no value is given, just ratio proportion of both event is given. So P of A is to P of A bar is equal to given 3 is to 4. Okay, so not given P of A, not given P of A bar. Instead, ratio of both events is given. Ratio of probability of both event is given, and P of A bar is asked. So in this case, whenever ratio of anything is given, we always suppose the value of that particular event. Now, so we suppose P of A equal to 3x and P of A bar equal to 4x. So P of A plus P of A bar becomes 1 equal to 1, means same formula is used everywhere. Okay, because on same topics all three questions I have written here. So now Okay, this is the rule. Whenever ratio of any two or three things given, we have to suppose the value of particular individual value by applying x or any unknown variable there. So here 3x plus 4x equal to 1, 7x equal to 1, so x become 1 by 7. So we not got answer so far, only get x. Okay, so now you can get answer in supposition. So we have supposed p of a is value 3x. Why? It's a integer in ratio is 3. So p of a equal to 3 into x. X is here 1 by 7. So 3 into 1 by 7, it becomes 3 by 7. And p of a bar equal to 4x, but instead of x we have placed here value of x. So 4 into 1 by 7, it becomes 4 by 7. Okay, so mostly calculative sums in these lessons, particularly in objective ones, asked based on this formula, because no other formula is there only. Okay, only we so far used p of a equal to number of favorable outcomes is total number of outcomes. Okay, apart from that only one formula, and that is you are observing here. Okay, so that is important formula and you have to practice. Third one, you can give answer directly also. If this question asked in objective one, okay, whether in blanks, MCQ or anyway, you can give directly answer. First of all, write particular digit of particular event in numerator. Here we got p of a 3 by 7. So you have to write first of all 3. Why? Because p of a is asked and its digit is 3. And in denominator, write down total of both digits. Okay, so total of both numbers is 7. So first one's answer become 3 by 7 directly, without supposing, without any calculation. Only orally you can give answer. Okay, now p of a bar, so write down its number in numerator and total in denominator, so it become 4 by 7. So this way you can give direct answer. In another one also, if your calculation is quite good, then without any rough work or without any calculation, you can give answer in first and second also. Very simple. Okay, now I have not written here on the screen, but sometimes what type of questions are asked, I am telling you only orally. Suppose sometime ask is, find the probability of the event that sun sets in the east. So you know sun sets in the west but not in east, so it is impossible event. Okay, so its probability becomes 0. So this way simple questions are asked. If you might be asked about find the probability that sun rise in the east, then obviously its probability is 1. Why? Sun always rise in the east. Okay, otherwise they asked us some another way, what is the type of this event, rising of sun in the east? What type of event is it? Is certain event. Why certain event? Because that is the fact. Okay, if it can be asked in different ways, find the probability of getting 101 marks out of 100 marks paper. Again I repeating, find the probability of getting 101 marks out of 100 marks paper. So what type of event this is? Obviously impossible event. And what is the probability of this event? 0. Okay, so this is the simple question can be asked in probabilities objective portion. Okay, so remember these basic things only. Today we just cover playing cards and one formula based question. Thank you.